Good, happy Monday morning, March 29, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday morning, so let's get started. But first, we're going to begin with a check of your weather. We can tell you right now it is cloudy, 39 degrees, and there is a wind advisory in effect through the evening. With more on that weather forecast, let's go to meteorologist Kevin Scriba with a full weather forecast.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Premise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce.
Wind advisory posted for the entire state as the heaviest of the rain has now moved away. What is left over is an occasional shower early this morning and some light snow up north through around lunchtime today. Beyond that, it is all about the wind today, which will regularly gust over 30 to 35 miles an hour, and we could have some gusts over 40 to 45 miles an hour. So that means another day where we have some scattered outages as a possibility. Temperatures themselves will hover around in the 40s to near 50, but you have to bear in mind with the wind, it's not going to quite feel like that through the afternoon. Gradually increasing sunshine this morning to mostly sunny skies into the afternoon for the southern half of the state, while it will be occasional light snow for the North Country. Along with that, eventual clearing skies later this afternoon. But as I mentioned, everyone's in on the wind today, which the higher gusts over 40 miles an hour will be a possibility through about mid-afternoon. And then we will continue to see that wind subside later this evening. Temperatures overnight tonight eventually fade back in the teens and 20s to maybe near 30 in a couple of southern areas. A lot of sunshine around, temperatures within a few degrees of 60 away from the coastline, which will be in the mid-50s on your Tuesday, and then a gradual increase in clouds with temperatures in the low and mid-60s on Wednesday. Next system right now looks like it will be a round of rain moving in Wednesday night and could end as a little bit of a mix Thursday afternoon before wrapping up, but locally it could be over a half inch to maybe a full inch of additional needed rainfall after the system that we had out there yesterday. So here's a look at your work week forecast, which again has the wind out there today with a wind advisory posted and temperatures hovering around in the 40s, some upper 30s up north. Mid 50s at the coast to lower 60s inland with sunshine and a lighter wind for Tuesday. Increasing clouds Wednesday with the next round of rain Wednesday night and into Thursday.
Okay, and that is a look at your weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scriba. And now let's take a look at your traffic. And here's a look at your morning traffic this morning. As you can see in Henniker, smooth sailing. Hopkinton, smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, and Concord, all smooth sailing. Boscawen and Canterbury, smooth sailing. Chichester, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Epsom, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Northwood, smooth sailing. And Lee, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. In Durham, smooth sailing. Rochester, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Somersworth, smooth sailing. Dover, smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Newington, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. And Portsmouth, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Portsmouth towards Maine, some smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Rye, smooth sailing. Northampton, smooth sailing. Hampton, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Seabrook, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium and slow-paced traffic into the border of Massachusetts. 101, all smooth sailing on 101. Great ride on 101 with a little spot of medium-paced traffic, kind of near the Epping area. Manchester and Hexham area, all smooth sailing. Bedford, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Amherst, smooth sailing. And Milford, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Manchester, Merrimack, Nashua into the border of Massachusetts, all smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic near the Merrimack area after it. Nashua and Milford, all smooth sailing with little spots of medium-paced traffic. Manchester, Derry, Londonderry, Windham, Salem into the border of Massachusetts, all smooth sailing. Around the Derry area, you're seeing some medium-paced traffic. And here's a live look at your Salem, New Hampshire Route 28 at Rockingham Toyota. And no cars in sight. Very quiet this early Monday morning. And that is a look at your morning traffic for this Monday morning. And now let's take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. There are 83,027 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,237 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And there are 76 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. That's a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. Two additional deaths related to COVID-19 announced in New Hampshire. Hospitalizations fall. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Home runs, homecomings, and good old-fashioned home cooking. The best things in life start with home. From finding the home of your dreams to selling a home you've outgrown, the trusted professionals at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate are here to help. Expect better. Start by calling or contacting Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, the Masiello Group, www.masiello.com, 800-741-1540.
There are 301 new cases of COVID-19 in New Hampshire tonight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Charisse LeClaire.
And I'm Mike Cronin. This is the sixth day in a row with more than 300 new cases reported. The current number of cases is now 2,766. There are 2 new deaths to report tonight. The total number of people who have died from the virus in New Hampshire is now at 1,237, and 76 people are hospitalized for treatment right now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Granite Staters ages 40 and up can begin booking vaccination appointments starting today, Monday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for high school seniors enrolling in the fall of
Around 8,500 Granite Staters getting vaccinated at New Hampshire Motor Speedway this weekend.
Hopefully by Memorial Day, everybody will be able to have their first shot, and then, looking forward for a great summer in New Hampshire.
Next up, people age 40 and up can register for the vaccine on Monday. The state is asking everyone not to rush to the website vaccines.nh.gov early in the morning.
There's plenty of appointments. There's hundreds of thousands of appointments that's in there, so everybody can just go in at their leisure, book their appointment. They should have no problem getting appointments.
During the last phase, the site had some problems due to thousands of people trying to get on the site at the same time. Governor Chris Sununu releasing a statement today urging patience and saying they've made upgrades to the system that allows over 1,000 people a minute to register. Also, there will be an online waiting room so people can see the estimated wait time until they can proceed.
We expect the system to handle it no problem. Certainly, we've made efficiencies in the system even since our last rollout that was successful to make it a better user experience and quicker. So the system could slow a little bit, but certainly everybody will be able to get an appointment.
State officials say around 140,000 people qualify for this next phase, but some are already vaccinated.
We expect somewhere around 75 to 80,000 people will be eligible to register that have not been vaccinated, and the website should handle that without a problem.
The state is asking when registering, just use one device because using more than one can add to a slower process. At New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New bipartisan law aims to expand COVID-19 vaccine access to veterans. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
When Randy McMullen heard the Department of Veterans Affairs was offering vaccines, the Air Force veteran jumped at the opportunity.
I got on the phone, called up there, and they said, yes, we have space. Yes, we have shots. Let's get you into the system.
But McMullen was denied.
And we got to the end, and he says, you're not eligible. You make too much money. I said, wait a minute. I don't understand this. I'm not asking for services. He says, you can't have services. I'm not looking for services. I'm looking for a shot in the arm. I don't want to see a doctor. He says, unfortunately, that's the rules with the VA.
VA medical centers were restricted from providing free vaccines to veterans who were not enrolled in VA healthcare services. McMullen's next call was to Senator Maggie Hassan.
I said, we really need help. We can't be turning away veterans.
A bill known as the Save Lives Act was circulating in Congress. Senator Hassan was part of a bipartisan group of lawmakers pushing to get it passed.
We think it's a really important step forward.
President Biden recently signed the Save Lives Act into law. Now, all veterans, as well as their spouses and caregivers, can receive free vaccines at VA facilities. Spouses and children of permanently disabled veterans or veterans who have died from service-related disabilities qualify as well, along with veterans living abroad who rely on the foreign medical program.
This is just a common sense way to make sure that we are maximizing our potential and our capability to get vaccines into arms. It's also a way, though, to recognize our veterans for their service.
And now there's no exact date as to when these changes will take place, but the Secretary of the VA says it will happen as soon as possible. Reporting in Manchester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Exeter High School vaccination site moving. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Got credits? There's no better time than right now to enroll in college. Transfer those credits to River Valley.
Tim, thank you. The vaccination site that has been open at Exeter High School is now moving. Starting tomorrow, it will be running out of the former Sears site at the Fox Run Mall in Newington. State officials say it's part of the ongoing efforts to improve the efficiency of state vaccination sites.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And take a look at this report from our reporter, Nicole. Seacoast restaurants ready for outdoor dining. Take a read, everyone. And again, that was from our reporter, Nicole, from the Riley King Network. Thank you for that report, Nicole. Former Minneapolis police officer murder trial set to begin. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to the trial the world will be watching. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of manslaughter in the death of George Floyd that, of course, set off nationwide protests, triggering a conversation about race in this country and beyond. The city is on edge ahead of opening statements. The National Guard already in place outside of the courthouse. ABC's Alex Perez is in Minneapolis.
George Floyd's death last Memorial Day under the knee of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, a flashpoint in American history. Triggering some of the biggest so-called racial reckoning protests the country has seen since the 1960s, and worldwide demands for police reform. Tonight, all eyes are on the Hennepin County Courthouse, National Guard protecting the building. Chauvin's trial set to begin Monday morning. He's pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter, and a third-degree murder charge recently reinstated by the judge. The jury, diverse. Of the 15 jurors selected, there are 6 men, 9 women. 4 are black, 9 white. 2 are multiracial. Jurors grilled on everything from whether they've seen that difficult-to-watch video.
You've not seen any of the social media videos or news stories with clips of the video or anything?
No. Okay. To their views on the Black Lives Matter movement and opinions of police.
This trial, probably more than any other since the Rodney King case, is a referendum not just on a man, but on our nation and our ability to show justice across racial lines.
Because of the pandemic, just 1 member of Floyd's family allowed in the courtroom. And because of the worldwide interest, for the first time ever, the state broadcasting the trial.
And Alex joins us now from Minneapolis. Alex, walk us through the strategy for both the prosecution as well as the defense.
Well, Lindsay, the big focus will be on what exactly killed George Floyd. The defense will argue that he abused drugs and had an untreated heart condition that led to his death. The prosecutor will argue that Derek Chauvin used unreasonable force and murdered George Floyd. This trial is expected, Lindsay, to last about a month.
Alex, thanks so much. David Muir will lead our live coverage of opening statements in the Derek Chauvin murder trial beginning tomorrow morning at 10:15 Eastern right here on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.